Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Player profile time here at Valley Christian. We are here with Alfred Coward, one of my favorite players, guy that I love watching. I've got so many great opportunities to watch his film and got to see a game in person. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Alfred, talk to me about this Valley Christian team. Big win against East Palestine, setting yourself apart. 4-1 now as we sit here. Why is this team so special to you?
I feel like the team we have this year is really special because I feel like the passion and the conviction we have when we play. You know, you can be the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, but if you don't have that will, it's not gonna matter. The biggest people on the field, if they don't have that will, they don't have that conviction behind who they gonna hit, it's soft. And that's one thing I had to understand playing a lot. Playing my sophomore year, freshman year, playing all 4 years. No matter how big somebody is, if they don't have that will and that backbone with them, it won't matter.
4-6 last year.
Yeah.
What was the taste like at the end of the season for you?
It was very bitter, to say the least. Very bitter, Coming off a 10-0 season, playing, matter of fact, and, having high hopes for the season, hoping now, we'll repeat and ending short and not even getting into playoffs. It was something that, really left a bitter taste on my tongue and in my heart the whole summer, the whole off season, just waiting to come back, senior year, to come back with a different type of ferociousness.
What kind of things did you do during the offseason to get you prepared for your senior campaign?
A lot. I did as much as I could. After school, I used to walk 5 miles down to the Y to get the lift in, work in every day, not getting no days off really. It was a grind. It was a grind for sure, and it wasn't something that felt like a grind because the intention I had with it, what I wanted. I knew that this was going to help me get to my goal and fulfill my ambition of being the best and coming ahead. And I just did what I had to do every day.
What keeps that drive going for you? What keeps that ambition high and keeps you coming back day after day? What's the golden or the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for you?
That pot of gold is playing in college, being on that field, being in them stadiums. That's one thing you can't simulate.
Yeah.
That energy in the stadium, even just watching games, college games, it's different. It's a different atmosphere. It's a different environment. And that's something I've wanted to do for a long time now. And I didn't know that, once I started to play, that it'd stick with me so bad. It's something I have to get. I have to, by any means.
Do you know what an elevator pitch is by chance? Do you know what that means? All right, so an elevator pitch is if you were to get in an elevator and you have 30 seconds to go from one floor to another, you get to pitch someone on why you are who you are, why your business is, whatever. So you are your business. If you're out there, you got 30 seconds to pitch any coach in America that's going to watch this of why he should pick you to be on his roster next year. Go ahead. 30 seconds.
I feel like, any college coaches out there watching, if I would get the opportunity to be on any roster, any team, the conviction I have, the grit I would have to, get on that field, play by any means, it will never waver. That's something that I believe wholeheartedly, and I believe with everything in me. Playing this sport, it's a passion. You got to have that passion, and that passion is never going to fade. And one thing I always say to myself before the games, the time has come, and my time is here. You got to set your heart ablaze because that's one thing you'll never be able to. You can't stop. That heart, once the heart is lit.
Dude, you're on fire. You're on fire. Now we're going to talk a little bit about what we talked about before. We're calling that Latonia Valley Christian game. Late in the game, you get a pick, and you are hustling. It was the nail in the coffin interception, and I thought it was a pick six call the whole way. You get knocked out at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
First, take me through what you were thinking, and then when you get called in to go on offense and be quarterback, which isn't your natural position, what was going through your head then?
Before the play even started, I had read the quarterback because the Latonia quarterback, he has subtle mannerisms that he does when he does certain things that I had peeped through the film. And when I had dropped back, something told me just to turn around, and I turned, and I just see the ball coming towards my face, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah, that's me right there. That's me. I had to. And when I caught it, I look up, and, the path just illuminated for me. And, I'm going, and, my teammates, I thank everybody for my teammates. Without them, I couldn't get as far as I got. They gave me great blocking, great stock blocking, and even with no fouls. I mean, none of that, no flags. They got me down there, and I'm running. The fatigue got me.
Yeah.
I start to slow down, and I look. I see some guy. He hit me. I'm like, nah. I was salty. I was.
The heart's on fire, but those legs, they got soft real
yeah,
quick.
They did.
Okay, so you're coming off the field, and all of a sudden, Coach Hake grabs you and says, "You're back in.
Yeah,
You're going to the quarterback."
Yeah, I hear him yelling. He's yelling. He's, "Coward, you're a quarterback." He's yelling. I'm like, huh? And I'm like, I mean, I don't got no. I'm not gonna disagree. You know, I missed my chance to. I get a second chance to get my touchdown, and so I get back there, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, wow, I'm at quarterback. Like, I gotta stay calm. Gotta make sure. I call it. I get the ball. I look up. You know, Jackson Bragg, my lead blocker.
That's a good lead blocker.
Great lead blocker. He got me a great hole, stuffed it in there. I got that TD. You know, I was real proud. I was real accomplished. I was thankful.
TDs weren't exactly a problem to come by against East Palestine. Yeah. You guys were almost, I don't want to say at will because you were working to get them, but it was a situation. The offense was just clicking. For you, when your offense is going like that, you guys are fireworks. How does that feel? That's got to be a good feeling. No, every time you touch the field, you got the potential to score.
It feels great. Not only like because it's happening, but we know what it took to get there. You know, last year, as we said, it was disappointing, and we have a lot of guys back.
Yeah.
And us taking it real serious in the offseason help us get to that point now where we are now. Get us clicking, get us real fired up, and get us real, like, the mesh, the connection, the camaraderie of the team.
Yeah.
And it really shows on the field. You know, once we get out there, you know, we're all, you know, talking in the huddle, make sure everybody gets their blocks off, and it's like magic. You know, once Deion says hut, everybody does their job, and we got Mike Tyson in the backfield, you know, Jay Sean Lindsay, you know, coming out there running. You know, our offense, I'm real proud of our team.
Alfred, what inspires you?
My grandfather. You know, rest in peace, you know, Alfred the first. I'm the third. You know, I'm named after my grandfather, and he was a man, I say it a lot, but he was a man of conviction. He was a man that stuck to his word, and once he put his mind to something, he went all the way. And that's just something I've always been told and always looked at when he was still around. And I always knew that I was a type of man I wanted to be.
So when you think about the leader that you've become on this particular team, how have you learned to be a better leader?
I've had to learn, you know, how you approach somebody, how you say everything. It all comes together, you know, because some people can't take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, you have to come about everything a different way with each person, and it's really helped me look at things a different way because this team has a lot of potential, And, you know, just simple talks like that we have at practice with certain players of, you know, missing their assignments and things like that. It just sets us up for greatness. You know, we may not be perfect, but that's one thing on this team. We're striving for excellence.
All right, last question for you. Out of all your teammates, is there anyone that inspires you to be a better person, better player, better anything?
I would say Jackson Bragg, you know.
Jackson Bragg.
Yeah, Jackson.
He seems to inspire a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's a good trash talker right here.
Yeah, he's that one teammate, you know, you miss your tackle. He's gonna let you know you missed it, you know. And since we're both on defense, we both have that competitiveness with one another, you know. Say one gets to the tackle faster and, you know, I'm running up behind, you know, he going to look at me and be like, yeah, I'm here before you. And that's one thing that, you know, I can't take. I gotta win. I gotta beat him. I got to.
I love it. Alfred, thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate it greatly. I'm a huge fan.
For letting me on here.
God bless you.
You too, man.